What's going on, YouTube? Okay, so we're gonna go over the Rep
AB-3000
adjustable bench today from Rep Fitness. And yep, I'm gonna have to move my dog out of the way here. You won't be able to see his bench, but he's not really having that. He's saying, nope, I'm hanging out right here. I'm not moving. But yeah, so stay tuned. We're talking about the Rep. Okay, we're back. I got my dog moved over to the other side of the bench. So we're brought to you here with the, brought to you by our boxer Atlas. He's gonna be the co-host on this one here. This is in matte black, matte black finish. So if you're looking at the paint finishes, that's the finish on this one. And this was the first bench that we bought for the gym that I ordered. And the reason is, well, first of all, we wanted an adjustable bench and something that you could do everything with, you know, hey. Okay. Probably fast forwarded through the dog, all the dog stuff that was going on. Finally got him to go lay down and chill out for a bit. He wants to play. So back to what I was talking about on this bench. You know, we needed something, and when we were buying our equipment, there wasn't a lot of stuff in stock. So we needed something just to be able to start working out. And this bench is a great bench if you're looking for, you know, even just one bench that can do everything. It can. There's nothing it can't do. Does it do everything really well? No, that's probably arguable that it doesn't, but it can do everything, including decline, which a lot of benches can't. So let's talk about that for a second. So it's an incline bench. As you can see, it's got all the normal variations of angles. This one here personally is pretty 90 degrees. A lot of people probably won't, you know, use that a ton. For shoulder presses, yeah. But you know, for me, all the angles are perfect on it. There's no complaint there. Some benches will have more options for more angles and maybe slightly different ones. But at the end of the day, what you really need is something that's going to give you some variation there. You know, for the most part, we're doing probably, obviously, chest on a bench like this. And you know, when you're doing incline chest, you kind of find an angle you like and you usually stick to it, or you work up the ladder, however you train. So that's a nice option there. It goes all the way there. Now, for the decline side of things, there's your decline. So, you know, if you're wondering about the decline angle, and now the front does adjust here, you can bring that up like that. Now, that's your decline angle. It's not a ton, and to be honest, for me, I thought I would use decline more than I actually do. I probably only used it a few times and kind of just didn't really get into using it. So for me, decline, it's a nice feature to have, but it's not a must-have for sure. But that gives you an idea of the decline position on it, and easy to adjust. There you go, back to flat, and all the way back to flat on the front. These front leg rollers here, this is going to be one of my only, I think I might have one or two gripes with this bench, and this is one of them here, Rep. Hopefully you're listening to this. This here is really weird because the adjustment on it is, and I'll show you some pictures later, it's just a bolt that's kind of in like in a cutout. So when this moves up and down, it just sort of floats there. I thought that, oh no. Oh no, go back, go lay down. I thought that leg adjustment could have been better. There should be some sort of lockout or some sort of adjustability that you can adjust the tension other than a bolt. That's probably something I'm going to modify myself. When I get some time, I'm going to look at a better way to do that. You can remove the leg rollers if you want. You can unbolt that. But I don't find they get in the way that bad. Obviously we have another adjustable bench and a flat bench behind me. So if this was my only bench, then yeah, maybe I would remove those. If you're not doing a lot of decline, there's no reason to really have them. So that's one thing there. Now you're going to be wondering about stability. There is a little bit of play in this. It's not as solid as the AB-3000 that we have. Atlas, go lay down. Go lay down. There's a little bit of play in this. It's not as bad as, it's not bad, but it's not as rock solid as the AB-5200. Now, I haven't adjusted any bolts for this review, and we've been using this for, like I said, almost a year, a little less than a year. And what you do have to do with benches and equipment in general is just go through everything. You know, maybe after 6 months you've been using it. Of course, I haven't done this, so I'm telling you to do it, but this is my recommendation, is go through and just tighten up your bolts. And, you know, you'll find that some stuff loosened off. And once you tighten everything up, that'll help, you know, take out some play in your equipment. So I have done that with the AB-5200, and I'll talk about that in another video. But this is a great bench. And there's another kind of view there to give you another view of the angle. What it is really solid on is the actual base of it here. All this play is just in the bolting where the hinge is, the hinge bolt is right here. But the actual base is super solid. It's got these round feet on the back, and then the front plate's actually pretty wide. It's wider than a lot of the other adjustable benches. So you know what? You can't really complain with that at all. It's a great bench. This cover that they use at Rep, it's a really nice surface. And out of all the stuff I've used, it's probably one of my favorite, you know, coverings. I'm not exactly sure what the texture would be called, but it's got a little bit of grip to it, but it's still smooth. The benches they use are very firm. The padding's firm. No complaints there. One other thing about this bench that's a little bit different is it has a rounded, I don't know what you'd call it, a rounded top portion to the back support. And for bigger guys doing, you know, flat bench or flat, you know, dumbbells and stuff, that might be a negative thing for you. You might not want that. Where I like this is if you're doing, you know, you got it set up here and you're laying on your chest here and doing, you know, bent over rows with dumbbells. That cutout is actually really nice. That's what I love about this bench. One of the things I do a lot with is just lay on it and then get the dumbbells, and you can do your bent over rows with that. And that cutout kind of actually is in your favor. So all in all, for the price, if you're looking for one bench that just does absolutely everything, you can't go wrong with this from Rep Fitness. You really can't. It's like I said, it's the first bench we bought. We used it for a while before we got our other benches, and it did everything great. There was no complaints, still no complaints. I still use it all the time, and my wife and I do. So, but you know what? It's nice because you can have one bench and not have to take up space with a ton of other benches. And it has the decline feature. If that's something that you want, this is going to be one of your options. Now, one other thing, let's look at the gap on it. So we'll go back down to flat there. It's got a decent amount of gap between the pads when it's in the flat position. But of course, when you go up, that pretty much disappears, and I don't find it a big issue. I know people get fixated on the gap and how much space is there between the pads. I know I did when I was shopping for benches. I was you know, comparing all those measurements and stuff, and quite honestly, it's not a huge deal for a garage gym athlete that's not competing. You know, you get into competition, you're going to want, you know, obviously you're going to be looking at a higher spec bench. This is not the bench for competition, you know, type athlete. But for a garage gym athlete or home gym person, this thing will do it all. I think that about covers everything for the Rep Fitness AB-3000 adjustable bench. You know, like I said, great all-around bench. It's a bench that does everything, including decline. You know, you can't go wrong. So if you're looking for something that's in a mid-tier price point and you're not looking to fill your garage full of benches, you just want to buy one that'll do everything that you need it to do, this will do it. Yeah, check them out at Rep Fitness. I'll put a link in the description box and in the comments below. If you have any questions, please comment it, let us know. And thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We are Rep Affiliate, so please support the channel. And again, thanks for watching. Bye.